And 3, 2, 1.
Hello again, this is Frank, along with
Tony.
and we are the
Completely Inappropriate Podcast. Wah, wah.
Yeah,
So how's it going?
it's going.
We just finished up episode 16, now we're on 17. You're a jersey number.
Yeah.
We're getting into, why is it your jersey number? Because you've always fought for it, you say?
Yeah, my first number was fucking 30, and I'm like, fuck this, because I was eyeing fucking 15, I think. Yeah, I was eyeing 15, and then I never fucking got it. And so then this
Sounds
was,
like you're in your 20s. Oh!
this was fucking.
You're going to jail!
This is
Just
this
kidding,
was,
people.
Fucking 7th grade, and then come 8th grade, I fucking got 17. After that, fucking, I've always been fighting for 17.
I was like 7, 8, and 9. I don't know why, but those were always my numbers. If I could get 7, 8, or 9, I was always happy. Anything other than that, it just didn't feel right.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I
Very
actually
strange.
met a guy whose fucking last 4 was 0017. So then his fucking code, because this was over when I worked at fucking Pizza Hut. So his code was, the last 4 was fucking Social Security, and he would just put 17. And then when the fucking new system came in, fucking I put in 17. I'm like, wait, has this guy fucking worked here ever since we got the new system? No. Okay, good. And I put 17.
You're dumb.
And then he fucking hits me up.
The
Like,
things that matter most to us. Fucking first world problems, huh?
He hits me up there. Hey Frank, you're a fucking asshole.
Was there any sort of ranking system other than the stars and the stripes and whatnot in the military? Like 17, is that a... Would there have been an opportunity for you to find the number 17 somewhere?
I did sign up to play soccer in, what was it, Singapore, and I ended up not showing up.
What the
whatever.
fuck?
Yeah, because it was a sign up for the ship's team.
You were in Singapore?
And some shit, yeah.
Wow, how long were you there?
For a few days. I think like 3 days.
Oh, okay, it was a short stay, but wow, so how many places, you've been a few places then?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we just do that, yeah. Mm-hmm. Everybody gets to go to Singapore, right?
No,
Oh!
fucking, when you're in the military, you get to fucking
Go
places. Yeah, and so I thought I was gonna be like on base, like yeah, on base, fucking in our next port, and I'm like, well, we're only gonna be there for a few days. I'm like, fuck no, we'll go fucking actually see the fucking town, experience it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing, I've never liked touristy stuff. I've always been fucking
You like the fringe?
that I fucking visit a fucking town. And I want to do what the locals do. Get a feel for what it's like to fucking actually live there.
Very Bourdain-esque.
Yeah, because the fucking touristy stuff, that's the city's best fucking behavior, whatever. That's
Well, it's
fucking highlight.
homogenized.
Yeah, and so then like I told my brother, I'm like, if you wanna fucking eat the fucking real food that they have, get a real taste for their fucking food,
Gotta go to the streets.
go to the ghettos. That's where fucking, yeah.
Of course, you might also want to take some iodine pills with you and filter the water. Don't buy the water. Like, those are the places. You also got to be careful for diphtheria and all that shit that can get you. So you run the risk. I mean, you get the authenticity, but, you know, in the end, we all have our special microbiome that we're used to.
You
That
can get sick anywhere.
you can get sick anywhere, but you're most likely to get sick eating stuff that your body's not used to processing.
That's part of the experience, right?
But that's part of the experience, and in your 20s, fuck it, you can handle it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not, yeah, you're a young enough chap to deal with a day or two of diarrhea.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. So is this the same guy that got Panda Express in China?
No.
Different dude?
Yeah.
Right, what was your favorite, out of all the local cuisines, all the places you've been, what did you have that was your favorite? And where was it?
This was in Hong Kong. I still can't get over it. The fucking dumplings that they had in fucking Hong Kong. It was at their convention center. I don't know. It was at noon. This thing called dim sum, which I understood was like afternoon delight. but it's...
I've heard of the name dim sum.
Yeah, apparently there's a
I'm
place
sure it's
down here in McAllen that has dim sum, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking check it out one of these days.
I love it when people recommend like their favorite meals. I've got to look up the recipe and see if we could do it
Yeah.
at home sometime.
But there were these dumplings. I can't get over them. They were fucking white and kind of like
Paper thin.
pastel. No,
What?
what's the word? Kind of like a fucking
Like
clay
Easter egg
cake.
colors.
No, like cake is
Pastry.
no. It's fucking such with an F.
Philo. Philo
No, it's fucking.
The fuck?
God damn it! I don't know. It was white and it was fucking
Food?
spongy, right? Because I fucking bit into it, and then the inside, it looked like fucking the filling was fucking for the tamales and fucking barbecue sauce. But I'm sure it wasn't that because they don't fucking. I don't think they're too big on pork. It didn't taste like pork. It tasted like fucking.
Of course they're big on pork. What are you talking
Are
about?
they?
Yes, in Asia.
Oh, I'm
in
probably
general.
confusing
That's
them
where we
with
got
fucking-
pigs.
Okay.
Pigs aren't even
But-
native to the United States. I think we
Yeah,
got them
so
from
then-
Asia when we brought them over from Europe.
My mouth is fucking watering just remembering that shit.
Ah,
but
pork.
That was
Dude. I'm
fucking
thinking of fried
awesome.
pork skins right now. Asian fried pork. Oh, dude, I'm hungry.
But yeah, I fucking love that shit. And then I was telling the guy that I was there with, because I fucking tagged along with him. I'm
Tag
like,
along, get it?
Yeah, I'm like
It's the
fucking,
language,
I'm gonna
tag
come
along.
back to fucking Hong Kong just for this. I never did.
Oh, sadness. I'd love to go to Japan, man. Actually, if I have fantasies of moving to like the outskirts of Japan.
Really?
Yeah, I really have. Like my whole life, I've always had this weird thing. Actually, it was the Philippines. Really, such a beautiful place, man. And the living there, that farmer. I've always wanted to be a farmer living in like the Philippines or
Like a rice farmer?
yeah.
I hear that's a very meticulous fucking skill.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be good with that. Like,
Probably.
live it a day-to-day life where it was a routine and every day was just simple, hard work but simple mindset, you know? Like, that's where I'm supposed to be.
So you're into
That's
the
why I'm a factory worker.
Yeah, so you're into bushido.
The Bushido code?
Yeah. Being the samurai's fucking chivalrous
Yeah.
samurai chivalry.
Well, no, what... I believe in finding the beauty in your work. Like, this is
Yeah.
the conversation I was trying to have in the last episode that you kind of brought up. But as far as my mindset goes in working in the factory, my job is a very simple one. I attach the sole of the boot to the welt of the boot. So that we glue that sole down, but then it's my stitching that stitches the sole to the actual boot. So you see the stitch on the outside. Very simple job. You do it. I do it 200 pairs, 100 pairs a day, 200 boots a day, 1 or 2 lines on each boot. But it's a beautiful process because, like, the monks that you see raking the gardens during the sand gardens, right, or the rock gardens, or you see them gardening, doing the same thing over and over every day. And it's the idea that you do one thing to perfection in life, you can find peace in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a beauty in the repetitive task of just trying to do this one thing, this one job that you have, and just do the most perfect stitch. It's almost impossible to do a perfect stitch because we're working with live materials. It's leather, it's real animal hide that's got blemishes and dips and it's different thicknesses. So as I'm stitching, it's click, 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 and you feel it just striking this metal, this man-made machine just punching through this raw flesh that has been compounded in our factories and put together in vegetable tanned. And you see the line click, 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 then there's a turn coming up, just like in life. You have a turn coming up, you've got to turn the corner somehow. How are you going to handle it? You don't know if the leather, if the life that's let out before you for you to follow, if it's even structurally sound enough for you to make that turn in a relatively easy way, or if it's going to be difficult. You're going to have to force and push that boot, force your life to just barely keep that line on the boot where it's supposed to be. Then you get around and all of a sudden, okay, I made it past that corner, but there's another one literally right after the toe of the boot. You got the first corner, you got the second corner. You hit that second corner and it's almost harder than the first one because you've got to whip the boot around now. You're not leaning into it with the right. Now you got to shift your stance and lean with the left. And you got to turn at just the right moment or you fall off. That beautiful line, that beautiful stitch just goes wide. That's my job. This is the beauty of my job that I've pulled apart the very fabric of, because no matter what we do, it's going to be a difficult job. There are guys crunching numbers that fucking do 200 papers a day of fucking somebody's taxes. And if they get 1 decimal point wrong, they can ruin a person's life for a good portion of it. And mine's not nearly that stressful. I'm very blessed that I don't have that stressful of a job. But I put it on myself to make that perfect stitch every time. So I get around that second corner and it's almost home stretch, right? You got a good 4 or 5 inches of stitch left to go, and you just click, 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 click. But the boot isn't shaped flat either. The sole isn't flat. It's shaped to the curvature of the foot, of course, because you have the heel on there, so it's got to curve up to the foot. So then so now there's no turn left, but that road still bends. There's still a curve that you don't see. It's uphill, downhill. Do you have the stamina to keep climbing that hill? Are you ready to just haul ass and just go as hard as you can towards the end because that's the finish? And it's real tempting to do that because it's the easier side. It's the easier side of life. You're on the other side of the problem that you're facing. You're already there. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. But if I were to step on that pedal, if I were to hit that stitch and go as fast as I can to end, what happens is the needle starts punching through too fast. It starts going sporadic. You get too excited, that needle starts getting thrown out of where it needs to be. All of a sudden the stitch is too close together. It's not quite, you're still getting that stitch on. You're still doing its job. You're getting through life, but it's not nearly as pretty as it should be. It's a tighter stitch, it's too close together, or it's too wide away from the boot. You get thrown a little bit wide, and it still looks okay. Then, you're done. Cut it off, assess your job, first line's done. Well, this particular boot takes 2. So now, sometimes in life, you're faced with the same problem. You're faced with the same things that you have to deal with every fucking day. So you go up, you take that boot, you get it ready for the second line. Same path. You have to repeat the same path you just went down. You just went through a shitty relationship, now you're with somebody else, you realize, oh my God, it's the same road I just traveled. The same boot, the same corners, I gotta take them again, and this time it's harder. It's harder because the pain and the problems that you had with that first line, that your first pass through, is continuing. You have to adjust for that first path you took. You can't take the exact same one, but you have to do it parallel. And your only option is we either do it the same as last time, or we do it better. Because if it's any worse, you ruin the entire boot. The first line, you can get away with certain mistakes, but the second line I get on there, there's no mistakes that can be allowed. If it's not as good as the line before, it has to be better. And that's the way I've chosen to live my life, with that same mentality. Because if I have to repeat a problem, I better have fucking learned from that fucking problem. I either learn what to expect and I'm not surprised, or I learn how to do it better and how to make that boot make that life a beautiful life in the end. Regardless of how that first path took me. If you have to repeat the path, then you do it even better. If the first line was all you got, if it's your first time with that problem and it's the best you can do, as long as you end that line knowing that every single stitch you did was the best you could, the best of your abilities with what you were given, then there's no regrets with the way the boot comes out. Because if there's any problems, it needs to get torn down. You know, at least you, on your part of this simple process, this one step in this dozens of steps to creating this beautiful footwear, you did the very best you could to make it the very best it could be. And if you can extrapolate something as simple as that, I stitch boots for a living, but I use it as a way to think about the life that I lead and to bring the beauty back into the simple job that I'm doing. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. That's why I wanted to post about it on Instagram, what I do, because people see and hear, oh, he works at a factory. He's just a lineman. Like, I'm not a manager, I'm not a floor manager, I'm nothing special there. But what I do is special to me because I made it beautiful.
Yeah.
And I found a way to be happy with the work that I do. Every day it's every boot I pick up is another challenge. It's another opportunity for me to perfect it.
Or to fuck it up.
Or to fuck it up.
Like you see it as fucking a way.
Oh, and when I fuck it up, I'm not casual about it. It hurts. Like, every time I fuck up a boot, it's like a new problem in life that I couldn't solve. It hurts. I take it personally because I put so much stock in everything that I do. And I feel like that's the only way we can find pride in our days, if we actually put stock in the decisions that we make. I chose to do this job. Why would I choose to do a poor one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a heavy rant, but I wanted to explain my job. I've never had an opportunity to tell how I feel about my job, why I've stuck with it so long. It was something I struggled with for a long time, was finding peace and appreciation for my work ethic and for the jobs that I've had. I've never made the most money in the family. I've never been able to go on the big vacations that everybody else goes on. But I'm also not nearly as miserable at work as some other people in my life are. I'm not ungrateful for what I have and constantly wishing for the better this or the better that. Like, if I can get it, it's wonderful. If I can't, I turn that corner. If the stitch is beautiful, like, if it's not perfect, maybe it was the wealth, maybe it was the life, maybe it was just a fluke. Maybe I had to cough in the middle of it. Maybe I was sick, you never know. Like, if you treat your life like anything can happen, you're okay when anything happens. Is that both of our stomachs?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, man. Fucking ever since I spoke about the fucking dumpling, I got fucking hungry. My mouth is watering just fucking picturing it.
So what jobs have you had since the military?
I did the bartending for a few days, like 2 weeks, 10 days, I don't know. And then it wasn't until 5 years later that I got my second job. I was fucking looking for work, actively looking for work, and it fucking took me 5 years. Pizza Hut.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was delivering pizzas and fucking. I told myself, because when you're on shift, especially when you're fucking, well, it only happens to the fucking new guys. You get assigned to fucking places, and one of the places I got assigned to was the kitchen. But it wasn't the general kitchen, it was a kitchen for E8, rank of enlisted, 8th rank, and above.
Is that better food?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's better food.
Yeah, it is. It's smaller space and it's less people.
Steak and potatoes.
So we did a lot of fucking bullshitting. And what happened? And so yeah, after that I was fucking telling myself I will never do fucking dishes again. Fuck this. And I told the fucking manager at the interview, I'm like, after fucking being on shift, I'll never do fucking dishes again.
Did you have a machine for it, or was it all by hand?
No, I had a machine.
That's not bad. Come on.
Yeah, but
it's gross doing dishes for like the first week. Then you get over it. Because I did catering when I was in school for culinary arts. Eventually you had to run the dishes. When I worked at restaurants, I would back up the dishwasher before. I'd be a busboy and a server. But I'd have to back up so I've done dishwashing several times. It's a great job. You walk out, you smell, you're sweaty, but you're clean at the same time. It's real weird because you're steam clean the whole time. The only thing you got to worry about is how well you wash your hands, because your hands almost feel like they're made of mildew. But
Yeah.
it's so soft and wrinkled, and like every wrinkle on your fingers has like some mashed potatoes in it. That's how it feels like.
Yeah, but see, the issue is that I'm like you. I'm a fucking craftsman, you know? And so when I was doing dishes, I would fucking look at the forks and be like, this one isn't fucking clean yet. And they're like, they don't have to be inspection ready. Just fucking run it through the machine. And I'm like, no, gotta do it again.
Because they need to be sanitized. The problem is it being sanitized. But.
Yeah, and then, so I wouldn't run it in the machine again. I'd actually fucking wash it by hand. And it wasn't just one fork. It was like a fucking handful of fucking dishes from that fucking bunch.
You need a good scouring pad, man. That's the problem.
And, well, this is government funded.
Military funds, yeah. It's not for ammo. It's not going towards sponges.
Yeah, and, yeah, so then they told me, they're like, okay, so you're fucking delivering pizzas, whatever. Fucking, you're not delivering pizzas, go to the back, wash dishes. I'm like,
Wow,
the
wow.
fuck out of here. And they're like, what? When you're not fucking, the fucking bus drivers.
You go
Fucking delivery drivers fucking wash dishes, and I'm like, I guess. I was like,
You did it.
I'm like, we're.
Oh, you said you wouldn't do it, and you did it.
Yeah, I did it.
They
Because I
broke
was like,
you, Frank.
no, because I was
Pizza
like,
Hut did what the military couldn't.
no, because I was like, we're a well-oiled machine, right? Fucking.
Okay.
I gotta know what the cook does and what the fucking cashier lady does, fucking, and they gotta know these other jobs in case fucking we got a man down and we can fucking pick up the slack
Yeah,
and
of
shit.
course.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah.
Something like that.
Kind of like, who the fuck cares? Just wash the fucking dishes.
No, fuck. I told you to do the dishes. That's it. Go fucking do them.
Yeah, but then fucking from there they would fucking teach me how to prep the pasta and how to fucking do the fucking make the pizzas and fucking, but never fucking how to do the.
They probably weren't telling you how to do the pasta. They're telling you how to do the dough.
No, the pasta, like put it in a bucket and fill it with water and then let it fucking sit there overnight.
Oh yeah. Legit. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's not pasta.
But I'm like,
That's the pizza dough.
no,
That's
noodles.
different. You don't put yeast in.
No, I would
noodles.
put the noodles in a bucket and fill it up with water and put it on top. And I'm like, that's why the fucking pasta and pizza tastes like water.
Rinse the starch off.
I don't fucking know.
I mean, I know some people prefer to rinse the starch off, but that's odd. Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just missing something. Maybe it's not what I think it is. Okay.
Nah,
So you were a pizza boy,
yeah.
and then probation.
Yeah, and then provision happened, and then I was fucking selling electricity, and I thought it was commission plus fucking salary, and then they're like, no, you're strictly
No,
commission.
just commission.
I'm like, fuck you then.
All right. Well, whatever, man. That's how it goes. But have you ever had a hobby or anything that you went at, something like this podcasting thing before?
Yeah, like my music. And
That's right. You were going to school for music. What did you learn? Any cool stories from school?
I learned that people can be fucking assholes.
Well, you should have learned that in the military. You shouldn't have had to take it.
No,
you should have learned that in like
fucking-
sophomore year.
They
by
were,
then,
they
at
were,
least.
no, they were telling me how fucking, okay, so you want to major in fucking music, you know, with your fucking guitar, but you can't read fucking music. I'm like, I can, I just wanted to learn fucking.
You never learned Every Good Boy
on the-
Does Fine and Face?
Yeah, I did, because I would play the trumpet in 6th grade. So I have that going for me, but not when it comes to guitar.
Every, never mind. I was coming up with different words to use.
And then what happens? So they're like, okay, we're gonna put you in these fucking classes so that fucking you can pick up. It's gonna take you fucking a little bit longer, but you're gonna learn to read. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then fucking it wasn't until the professor was fucking addressing to me as a non-music major, and I'm like, bitch, I am a fucking music major. And she's like, how are you a music major if you're taking this class? Because I can't read music. And it had there was this whole fucking stir going on about how, okay.
Yeah, people are such dicks about their music. Like, some people are either real cool with people, like, being self-taught and learn, or they're like, oh, you'll never catch up because you didn't take band in junior high from then on. And like, who gives a shit, dude?
Yeah.
Like, I know how to read music. I've never learned how to read music and play the piano at the same time, so I kind of teach myself how to hit chords and stuff and play the piano by myself, like just by ear. And I can play enough to where people are like, oh, you know how to play? And like, no, I just know how to hit certain keys that sound good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I I kind of know where A, B, G, C, E, and everything is on the keyboard, but I don't know how to play chords. Like the way people do with guitars, I don't know how to strum a chord. Like I know how to place my fingers on it and how to strum it, and it sounds good. But I don't know what keys I'm hitting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and who gives a shit? Like if what you're playing sounds good, who gives a shit? Like unless you're not joining an orchestra. You know, you don't need to read music if you're not joining a pre-existing band that's writing their own music on sheet music. As it is, there's plenty of bands that just play and record.
Yeah.
There's no writing down at all.
Yeah, me and my fucking previous band were just fucking playing.
Did you bring your guitar? I know I asked you to bring it so we could try and come up with a new theme song.
I was so focused on fucking figuring out
Forgetting
our
everything?
fucking seasons that fucking I'm like, fuck, I forgot the guitar.
Seasons? What are you saying?
Yeah, season 1, season 2 of the podcast. Because I was gonna bring it up when we fucking showed up, but then
Oh, it's a 100-run season. When we hit 100, we'll start season 2.
I figured. Okay. But anyways,
I
so
was curious, I guess. Let's
so yeah, and then the fucking guitar professor guy would give us fucking 5 fucking songs, and he's like, learn them by the end of the week. And I'm like, I can't read this fucking shit. You want me to know it by the fucking? So I'd figure it out myself.
I was gonna say you could Google it, YouTube
Yeah.
it.
So then I fucking and I would and fucking I'm like, this makes no fucking sense. When I would fucking look it up on YouTube, I'm like, this makes no fucking sense. But I did it anyways, right? So then when the test came, I would play it just like in fucking YouTube or just how I had figured it out, and the guy was like, stop. That is a completely different song.
Different version.
Yeah,
something.
and I'm like, no, I looked it up on YouTube. I gave you the sheet music. Fucking go from there. I'm like, I can't read music. And then fucking whatever.
So are
then,
you just dyslexic with it? It seems
Yeah,
like you
I would
just
tell
never
them.
had issues. I mean,
Oh.
from the outside observer, it's like, did you ever try to learn to read music?
I did.
Because it sounds like you're just
I
dismissing it.
did, because I was
never
fucking
giving it-
Googling shit and fucking, you know, and then I was like, fucking, well, fuck. And I looked it up on
Yeah,
YouTube
whole
to
notes,
see,
half notes, eighth
yeah,
notes, 16th notes.
yeah, to see if fucking I was doing it right, and like, no, it's completely
You know
different.
what? The only part that ever confused me about reading music was the bass clef and treble clef.
Yeah, because it's like
I never
backwards,
understood what's the
kinda.
point of doing that. I guess certain instruments
Yeah.
are bass clef, bass, whatever. I don't know. I quit that after high school.
Yeah.
Saxophonist myself.
Yeah, so then to save my fucking GI Bill, because I was fucking barely passing, and I failed a few of those classes. So then I'm like, the way I'm going, fucking, yeah, I'm gonna fucking pop this. So to save my GI Bill, I went into criminal justice because
Into what?
criminal justice because it
To
was
be
fucking
Batman?
no, because it was fucking simple. Like my
Jay
fucking
and Silent Bob, were you gonna be Batman?
no.
What the fuck are we doing?
Fucking my roommate at the time, fucking Rafiki Harambe, I had asked
Clerks
him,
too, actually.
I'm like, hey, fucking, how's criminal justice for you? And he's like, oh, it's fucking pretty good. And I'm like, is it simple? Is it easy? And he's like,
What do you think you're gonna be, a private detective? or
no,
something?
no, I just did it to fucking save my fucking GI Bill
Yeah, okay.
until I
'Cause
figured
you,
fucking
you just had to
something
keep
out.
taking classes
Yeah.
to keep it.
Yeah, because apparently some of those music classes were electives. I'm like, they're not electives. They're like, wow, you're taking them. They're fucking. We're counting them as electives. I'm like, okay, well, fucking.
Because you
cancel
have to
this
have the
shit.
basics first, or what?
No, because the GI Bill won't cover
Music
electives.
majors?
Electives.
That's
Or
such
what I
bullshit, though.
remember.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
We'll pay for your schooling if you do the school we want you to do.
Yeah, just
Jesus,
support.
you're
for
still up your
classes.
ass when you're out.
I'm like, okay, cool. And yeah. And then I didn't drop out. I fucking stopped going.
That's
'Cause-
dropping out.
No, because they fucking.
No, that is.
They,
That's what I did.
they suspended my fucking account or whatever they call it, because I owed too much money. Because you know
The GI wasn't
the
big
GA
enough.
wasn't covering classes that you fucking repeated.
You ever pay that bill?
Nope.
So that's still hanging over your head too?
Yeah.
That sucks.
And fucking the reason why I would fucking repeat those classes is because I fucking get into arguments with my fucking professors, especially the fucking math teachers.
Heaven forbid you
or
argue with a professor.
Fucking teacher aides, whatever you call them. Yeah, like fucking for math with these fucking guys, fucking I do most of the work in my head. I do some work on paper, and fucking so I come test time, I fucking turn it in, and the guy's like,
You didn't show your work.
yeah, I was like, where's your work? And I'm like, no, I did most of it in my
It's
head.
weird that 90% of like school is just showing. They just want to know that you know the process, and they give you credit for knowing the process but not having the right answer.
Yeah,
but then you get no credit if you give the answer and no process. So
yeah.
some people just work different, man. The problem is, if you do that, there's no telling if you like just Google the answer and put it up. You know.
Yeah, but I was in the fucking classroom. The guy fucking
Although
instead of being in his phone, he could have been like, "Who the fuck is cheating?"
Yeah, although kids nowadays, if you're smart enough, you can Google the entire problem and copy the entire worked out section of it too. You don't just have to put the answer. Like if you're gonna cheat, at least cheat smart, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's one thing to be lazy, there's another thing to fucking just be stupid.
Yeah, so then the first guy was all like, "Oh, well, it's impressive if you get them right. It's impressive because not even I can do most of this in my head."
Did you get them right?
Yeah, unless you, yes, I did, but he would still count them wrong. I'm like, why? Because you didn't show your work.
But you
And
said.
I'm like, but yeah, I'm like, but you said, okay, then you get it right. And you know, because you have to show your work, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know what this is? This is fucking math, envy. I don't know, but fucking, you know, because those who can do,
Math
those who
envy.
can't. Yeah, those who can do, those who can't fucking teach. And
Because he
fucking-
needed to do the work to get the right answer.
and then
You couldn't do
fucking
it.
those teaching math are usually fucking failed engineers or failed fucking accountants or failed fucking anything having to do with math, and so they're fucking teaching because they couldn't hack it. And I'm like, that's what it is.
There's a show called Mr. Iglesias with the comedian Fluffy.
Mhm.
And there's a woman who plays the principal on the show. She comes in, like, why do you, of course I know how to teach. How do you think I became a principal? You gave up on your dreams? It's so fucked up. So it just popped into my head. Yeah, because those who can't do end up, they give up on their dreams and they become teachers or whatnot. Some people actually enjoy the idea of being a teacher.
Yeah, I love
Two
teaching.
of my sisters are teachers.
Yeah, I love teaching. That's
Actually,
how
my one sister, she's no longer with the school. She's teaching online now. She just got her. I think she just got the certification to teach out of California, because she's working for a California company to teach kids or adults to sign language, I think, and English. Like she's teaching some Asian students English right now. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The shit you can do online. She's supposed to be making some pretty good money doing that. I think it's two different jobs. One teaching sign language and one teaching English.
Mhm.
I could be wrong. I need to talk to my family more. I only get like half the information. Actually, it's my niece's birthday today.
It's my best friend's birthday today.
We're doing. Is it the 16th?
No, today's 14th.
Oh, it's the 14th. Her birthday's on the 16th. We're doing the party today though at some
Oh, I think I remember you telling me
painting
this.
place. Yeah, so we're going at like 3 or 4 to go do that. I say go get her a present.
Yeah.
You go do that when we're done here.
You know what happened? Yeah, that's how I show that I care, by teaching people things I noticed. But fucking some people are like, oh my god, who the fuck cares? Like, you remember that scene in fucking
If I care about you, I ask you one thing. Hey man, you happy? You been happy? You find any happy today? Like I ask the people I really care about if they find they're happy. Because in the end, what other question fucking matters? If you haven't found you're happy, let's talk about it. Let's see if we can get you there.
Yeah. And then you started a podcast.
And I started a podcast to spread the happy and show everybody that I care.
You spread it like my ex-girlfriend's legs.
It's probably not an option anymore if she's an ex-girlfriend.
No, but the way how I used to spread them.
Allegedly.
Yeah. What? Well, you only know of one, damn it. But what were we fucking talking about? Fucking math and the school. But you wanted to talk about something else.
Did I?
Yeah. Oh, you want to talk about my fucking marine life.
I don't know. What have we been talking about?
We spoke about fucking cuisines from around the world and fucking...
I don't know. This is episode 3 for the day already. I'm a little lost as to where we're at. Who cares?
Okay.
Let's just keep it going. We'll keep this one light and fluffy.
So, yeah, and then it was later on in the fucking years that, you know, within my college years that I was like, dude, I fucking love physics. Why did I skip on physics for fucking astronomy? Oh, that's right, because I don't like to struggle.
It's like, dude, I love the idea of engineering, like building things, but fuck if I can't do that math, man. That math is hard. And I got an uncle who's a civil engineer, structural engineer, maybe both. I don't know. Fucking massive brain. Guy's a flat out genius. He makes bank, but he's one of those guys that could party all night and wake up the next day and write his thesis in an hour and a half if he had to, and still ace everything. Like, man, there's so many people in my family that just set the bar so goddamn high, dude.
Yeah. So then I fucking.
And then I'm over here, like, not even having to bend over to fucking walk under it. It's like, I'm just waiting on you.
Okay, that's the other thing.
Hey, but I'm skipping right on under it. Like, I might be under the bar, but I'm at least enjoying my life while I'm doing it.
Yeah, what's it called? Fucking expectations. That's how you get fucking disappointed, upset. And then in my family, fucking most of these assholes are either fucking doctors or engineers. Yeah, we're either doctors or engineers. And so then they were looking at me like fucking, well,
what you got?
Yeah, like,
yeah.
You have to do better because you're in the United States.
Yeah, my dad's side of the family, they've all got their degrees from UT, Austin, or now my little cousin just graduated at A&M. I got another cousin, one of their sons graduated from Austin as well. My little sister graduated from high school a year early with full honors, able to go wherever she wanted for school, essentially. My second oldest sister, valedictorian of her high school. She's a teacher now. She's got a big family, 6 kids, beautiful family. All these wonderful examples of lives that we're capable of leading, and then I'm here just kind of hanging out, enjoying the simple life. Like, didn't finish college, not a manager running anything, just kind of another cog in the wheel of life. And I guess.
By.
Yeah. Is it? Shit, I was trying to stay positive through all that, but by the end of it, I was like, wah, wah, wah. I was sinking lower in my chair.
No, fucking do what you like. Never work a day in your life, You gotta fucking.
The thing is, if you like everything, like.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I really do enjoy doing everything. The only time that I need to move on is when I feel underappreciated. Yeah. Every job I've had, I fucking love. I find the beauty. I'm a soul stitcher talking about it like it's a Zen garden. Like, I find beauty in everything I do. I worked at an animal hospital for a year or two, where I took care of people's animals. I brought animals back to life. Like, there are dogs that came in with all these diseases and malnourished and tied up in a yard by a chain that choked their neck out and had a ring of blood around the neck. And 6 months later, this dog's filled out, beautiful. That bloody ring is turned into a white collar of fur. That was just beautiful on this dog. I'm thinking of this one dog in particular, obviously. But there were several cases, where I found the beauty in taking care of other people's dogs, because these dogs then go on and bring love and affection to the people that they care for. And the boots that we buy now, there are people that buy these boots for special occasions. Cowboy boots aren't cheap, so people tend to buy them when there's something special going on in their life, they're doing particularly well. And it's always a symbol of pride for people that own a good, strong, sexy pair of cowboy boots. Mm-hmm. I don't wear them. I have no affinity towards wearing them myself. But I see the beauty in what we're providing for the people. And before that, I worked in selling tacos, man. I was a taco slinger. And I was like, hey, man, we're getting people's day started right, selling them these breakfast tacos. They're on lunch break. We're going to give them the best fucking carne guisada they've ever had in their life. Because it was the type of place I worked at. It was fucking homemade grub that was just baller food, dude. I'd drive 45 minutes away right now just to go have some right now. But that's just the nature of us, of humanity. You can either find joy in what you do, or feel like you need to struggle to get to the job that you're going to enjoy what you do. It's sad when you see people struggle and bust their ass to get this degree, to get this job, and then they realize in the end that it makes them miserable.
Yeah.
And they're in debt. and they can't stop doing that job because it's the only job that pays well enough for them to get them out of debt within a reasonable amount of time. Yeah. They're like, fine, I don't have a great paying job. I also don't have any fucking debt. my credit is good. You know? And I don't have any fucking things to be paying off other than the typical shit.
Yeah, so then fucking I went to the fucking advisor fucking to switch my major again to fucking astrophysics. Well, fucking
astrophysics.
Yeah. So then the fucking college here doesn't have astrophysics, so I was gonna have to do fucking astrology or astronomy and fucking physics. You know, one major, one minor. And then the guy's like, well, you gotta pay fucking at least fucking 55% of what you owe. It was like, I don't remember if it was 5,000 or 6,000. I'm like, yeah, let me bust that out real quick.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
Oh well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. I don't know. But no, yeah. And then I was thinking of going back, and I'm like, why? Fucking the best thing for a fucking kid fresh out of high school to do nowadays is to go into a fucking trade school instead of fucking college.
It's true.
Yeah, because in college you'll just
low overhead.
Yeah,
maximum return.
In college you'll end up
guaranteed jobs too. You get people going to be lawyers and psychiatrists and stuff, then they can't find the fucking practice to go work at.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go for AC repair, you don't find a job here, go over to the next town. Somebody's gonna need another AC repair.
You can fucking do AC repair privately. You don't have your own fucking company.
Hey, primo, your AC's out, I got you.
and then I'll have to.
A lot of money in helping your family though.
Yeah, but that's why they say never get into business with family or friends.
Good thing we weren't friends.
We were total strangers.
We pretty much were.
Yeah.
I know we say that like it's a joke, but we were pretty much damn strangers before the first recording.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And then what happened? Yeah, and you go to college, you're going to take out student loans and all this bullshit, and you're going to end up in debt, and it's going to be hard to find a job. Yeah, there's fucking internships, but not every fucking major has internships. That's another thing you got to keep in fucking mind.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed. The factory was supposed to be offering a journeyman's program, or there was some talks for a very short amount of time that we were going to start offering a journeyman's program where you can come in and learn the basics of how to make a boot. You learn this step, and then the next couple of years you learn that step and that step. And so by the end of a 10-year, whatever the training period would have been, by the end of a let's say 5-year training period, you'd know how to make every single step of the boot. And that way, you're a journeyman, you become a master after a couple of years, and you're able to move on and start your own boot business. Of course, then you're unfortunately at that point you're training people to be the competition. But I think the idea is that if you offer something like that with a local college, you get a bunch of tax breaks, and you end up working as a college credit course, you know. So you don't actually have to pay those kids that start if they come in as journeymen or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think it would have worked something like that, but for some reason I fell through. And it's unfortunate. I feel like that really could have been beneficial to the company. I think to many companies that are trade-oriented, like leather working and leather smithing. Shit, if that was offered anywhere here, I'd still be interested in it, because that's just really cool, man, to be able to make the entire process yourself. I've been real tempted to buy the equipment to start doing it here, making
I told you want to do fucking leather gear.
Yeah, I want to buy a CNC machine so I could make like leather patches and get them engraved and then throw them on some hats and belts and shit. But one step at a time. Trying to get this off the ground before we start a accessories business. In the meantime, we'll be buying hats.
Oh, you mean selling hats?
Well, buying hats too, selling.
Yeah. Yeah, well, by the time this comes out, we'll already fucking have them. It'll already been fucking advertised or announced on fucking Instagram.
Yeah,
Facebook.
so keep an ear out, guys. We'll be posting hopefully throughout the week. Hopefully we'll have the hats Monday for Frank could take a couple pictures and throw them up. If not, by next Saturday, I guess, we'll pose and get some pictures with them.
Yeah.
Put some shit up for you guys to see if you guys are interested in supporting the pod. We're not looking for free handouts here. We want to offer something for you guys to take home with you. If you're going to throw some cash at us, we'll throw a little something back at you. But anyway, yeah, that's all we got as far as. Were we talking about doing shirts too? I think.
Yeah,
another episode?
that comes later. We gotta get the fucking.
Yeah, we'll wait
hats
to see what
through first.
the result is with the hats. See what people think. Well, hell, man. So we got into our jobs today. This was an interesting one. I didn't think that's what we were gonna end up hitting up on, but I'm happy you brought it up.
Yeah.
Let me rant out how I was feeling about my job.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this has been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. Frank, you want to let them know where they can find us?
You can find us anywhere you look, if you look hard enough. You can find us on Instagram at CI Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Completely Inapp with 1 P. Because apparently there's two, well, technically there's 3 P's in Inappropriate, but we're not getting into that. What else am I forgetting? You can email us with your questions, comments, concerns, fucking stories, anything you wanna share, fucking not share. I don't know. We had
Completely Inappropriate
podcast at gmail.com. Anything else I'm missing?
At least one ball apparently from the last episode. Apparently you
Ah,
only walk around with one ball at a time.
yeah.
That's what the military does to you. You only get one a year. They ration them out. Anyway, guys, find your happy. Frank, what do you say?
Be excellent to each other.
Guys, we love you. This has been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. We'll see you next week. I'm Frank, and this is my buddy.
Frank.
Oh, yeah, I'm Tony. This is my buddy.
Frank.
Oh, shit. He comes from his mama, and he loves pie. I'm gonna go take me some more Theraflu. Love you guys, everybody.